Okay. It's time for another video. Today we're looking at Scarlet Dawn here. We probably won't I don't know how long this video is going to be, probably pretty quick. Right now, we just got this in. We're getting ready to go to a con, and we wanted to at least do a quick power test to make sure it's working. We'll probably do a little bit of gameplay video once we get there to look it over, but this is a relatively new game. I think it's, well, I mean, a couple years, but like, you know, so we're not going to go too much into gameplay. We just kind of want to look over the cab with you. Yeah, so we just wanted to go, you know, hook it up, test it the first time. So we'll get right into it. So first off, you know, it's in 3 parts here. Got the main body here, the guns here, the seat here, and you can see in there's a whole bunch of parts and other shit inside. We are not going to get to that until we set it up. Maybe while we're setting it up, we'll get a little more into it. But you can see there's some of the drapes are here for the side. This is probably, yeah, it looks like the roof with some LED lighting maybe that goes over the top. Obviously, none of this is going to be set up right now. There's also one other part that's not here. We'll come back to. And then, of course, you can see here on the back, it's got this part's what I'm honestly worried about strapping this in, is like there's no real, I don't think there's any easy way to get around this. And you've got this eyeball button here thing. I'm actually not sure what this does. Do you know?
Not at all.
Not aware? Yeah. Well, I think once we hook this up, like maybe we'll be able to get a little test in. I think it's actually a button, and it might, no. I think it's just an eyeball. But, anyway, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to pull these keys off here real quick. We haven't really decided if we're keeping this cab. Nobody has bought it. And, like, I'm by no means attached enough to, like, keep it. But if we can, like, that's cool. This is something that I've wanted for a while. They're just rather expensive and rather hard to come by. So let's go ahead and take a look at the interiors of everything. And actually, this might be a limiting factor right now, as if I remember right, this actually may not have a key chip at all. So that might be the stopping point for us for bringing it to the con. I think they might have even mentioned that it didn't come with it. And I might just now be remembering. We'll probably come back to that, especially if we find out that it's not going to fire up. So let me run over some power here, and we'll at least look it up and see if I'm right about that. And if that's the case, then maybe this will be a video that we finish much later. Now, I can fix that stuff at a later date, but for now, you know, at the very least, we'll go through and look over the rest of the cab. So, yeah, let's see, it's on, it's coming up there. So we've just got PC on this side, we've got some hookups here. You can actually see there's a wheel mounted on the inside of this. It's probably just secured for transport. They didn't end up using it. I don't have a screwdriver in my pocket, so we'll come back to that later. So yeah, this is actually going to error out unless we have key chip elsewhere. But while we're at it, let's see what we got inside. Here is the I/O board. Here's our hookups that just go straight into there. Let me pop off this, and we'll see what's on this side. I assume power supplies and other bits. But, yep, so we've got power supplies, audio amp there. Very clean cabin. I mean, you can actually see the back like very quickly. There's almost nothing in this.
I love this.
Yeah, it's super simple. And I mean, if you look at the seat, all the seat is you know, it's got the, you know, like a seat shaker maybe, you know, the back. So the game is actually really not that complicated for how big it is. There's no reason, honestly, that it should be this expensive, but you know how it is. The company's got to make their money somehow. So, yeah. like I said, we're gonna be stuck on that. So we'll check the coin bucket, see if it was added. But again, I'm starting to vaguely remember that this had actually not come with a dongle. That'd be a shame. The con that we're trying to get this ready for is Level Up, which is one of our 2 mega cons every year, and it's probably one of the only 2 cons this would ever go to. So, but yeah. Anyway, okay, let's just push this back. Let's come around here, open up the front, because we're still going to get value out of today, no matter what. We wanted to get a look inside everything. So let's look at the top door here. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this is a pop-up. I forgot. I think the House of the Dead 4 or one of the others also does this. So there's inside our test button. Down here, our coin bucket, which will confirm what I was thinking. Okay, so what we've got here, this is actually very nice. This is another reason I'd want to keep this. Is this, I can tell right now, is a spare for, I'm actually not sure what part, but like this has a couple spare parts in here, not just, you know, a spare controller, vibrator there. So yeah, there's some good spare parts with it. This cab is pretty clean and new. Here, a soft install cable. This is to power an external CD drive if you were to do a CD install. They've been using these since like Lindbergh. We have a couple of those CD drive kits as well. There's the cable for it, brand new. So yeah, and the coin counter's at 22,336. Okay, so yeah, no key chip. That's fine. We'll make that work later. Oops. Ooh, new gun sensors or new trigger switches as well.
Nice.
So yeah, no, this cab is a keeper. I mean, if it comes up and someone wants to buy it, we may end up having to let it go anyway, just because, you know, at this point we're pretty financially heavy in that need for it. Let's go ahead and close this up. I'm not gonna unwrap all that stuff right away, so I think maybe we'll break here and then come back once we got it up and running. But look this over one last time and see if there's anything else that we want to tackle right away. Otherwise, I think we're going to break, get some food, and figure out what else we want to put on the truck instead. Yeah, no, actually, oh, nothing else in there. So there is the one big thing that's in here. I think this is a 4th piece that goes, that like, it tucks in here with the gun. And I think that completes it out. It's a big boy. Like, when this came off the container, I think that barely cleared our truck. So, and I mean, as you can see, like how efficiently this is packed, this would be hard to get packed onto a truck as well. But yeah, I guess this isn't going to the show. So we'll be back whenever we get this sorted out and get it up, and we'll do some gameplay and a little bit more looking at how it all comes together. Okay, so we actually got it up just real quick, but I just wanted to show this was the piece that was on Starwing Paradox. It's just one of the big brackets. I think it's 2 of them in there. But yeah, anyway, we ended up just rushing and getting this done, so it will make it to the show. Just wanted to show we've got it up. We said pre-play already. We haven't done any testing yet, but it's all running. We are not going to hook up the back because I'm pretty sure, I think it's just like the light and the speakers, and we're going to get all this stuff done at the con anyway. at which point we'll do a game test. So go ahead, I guess, go into test menu. Let's see what our options are in there. We'll do some testing. We may want to pull this wrap a little bit just so that we get access to these IR sensors directly there. I love how these always show up in cameras. They don't really show up in
that's so cool.
actual. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But I think I forgot what game I was working on. I mentioned that as well. But at any rate, we'll do a quick test of everything. Look through what options we have in the test menu, and then when we come back, we'll be at level up. Hopefully, we'll have some time to do a game test. Maybe we'll record some video of people playing and stuff.
So it mentions that rear eye that you were thinking is a button.
Yeah, I think it's an LED. I know that much at least. So
and this is input test, so that is an input.
Where?
Rear cover eye.
Rear cover eye. Okay, I guess.
I wonder what it does.
Yeah. Well, we'll find that out when we got everything set up. I think is when we'll take a look at that. But yeah, I mean, all this stuff I figure is good, but I mainly wanted to show what's in the test menu for this game. So let's go ahead, hop on out, see what else we got. So this one's pretty straightforward. This export version does not have any of the network stuff. Yeah, because it's got the reader there, but it's kind of outside of what we can really do. So let's bookkeeping, input, output, game assignments. So nothing terribly crazy there. Let's see what else. Controller adjustment, we just did that. Output adjustment. Gimmicks. See, so this is, I guess this does list for you all the gimmicks that we have there. So you can see a lot of these are off, I think, because we don't have that back connector hooked up, but that's fine.
Can we test them?
And actually, now that I think about it, since there's two models of this cab, there is an SD model, it would be safe to assume that this is designed to not need some of that stuff hooked up, because there's no back seat. It's just the guns and the screen. It's a little bit smaller. So anyway, but this is all the stuff that would be available. You got seat vibration, step vibration, and air gimmick, which is the thing that I think blows air on you or something.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I know some of the other games have had that, so I wouldn't be surprised. Same thing there. So yeah, there's. I think that's really all we've got. So I guess we'll go ahead, close this back up. I'll change out the locks for now. It's only 2, I think. It's just those 2. I don't think there's anything back here. That way it's convenient for the show. And yeah, so when we come back, I guess we'll show the cab all set up. We'll look over a couple of the things and play some game. Okay, we're back. We're at level up. We're actually tearing down right now, but we got this all set up. We actually were missing one of those big pieces, like I mentioned, and yeah, we wanted to take a look at this before we tear it down to wrap up this video. And since Scotty was the one that put it together, I wanted him to kind of, show a little bit about. I mean, there's not much, but like,
what's incredible is that when House of the Dead had that shotgun, or I think it's House of the Dead 4, it's actually the same like chassis, and then they just added these seats, and the seat is like actually in 3 pieces. The seat in the back, the roof, and just this box right here to stand. Like,
yeah, so this was the piece that was sitting up here on the seat, by the way. So like, patching it all back together is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but as you can see, like, this was the really big tall part. We almost couldn't get this in the truck with it on because the top hit. We actually had to put it in straight. Were you there for loading that? You weren't, were we? No, yeah, we actually had the top actually hit the top of the truck. So we had to, but we got it in. So I don't know that we're going to be able to pack it back the same, but
we'll try.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess nothing too complicated about attaching this stuff. This looks pretty going from there. But what about the top?
So there's 2 boxes, the speakers, and then this bigger one that connects it like electronically, and also there's fans as well to blow the air.
Yeah, you can actually see this. This kind of made me laugh. Don't stick your fingers into the hole.
That is the sneaker, and oh my, subwoofer, and oh my god, it's so
Yeah, you
loud.
can feel it. Yeah. Once you get in the game with this, it's pretty effective. Go
okay.
ahead and start up the game if you like.
Oh yes, please.
But yeah, while we're at it, I'm gonna take a look at the cab lit up. Go ahead and just like give it a play. Now, if I remember right, there's no recoil on these guns, right?
There's no recoil. Oh, yeah, no recoil. But you specifically have to sit in these seats because there is a dead zone in the middle while aiming.
So it does use the same IR grid there, like I think we mentioned earlier in the video. But so like from the back, I didn't figure out what this does exactly, but you know, remember that was in the test menu. But there you can see with this lit up, you can see the creepy guy there sticking out on this side, and then you can see into the cab on this side. So the piece that we were talking about, and it's probably attached to the other Star Wing, and it's still at the warehouse, was this metal bar here. Those were on the Star Wing. That was a piece that I showed in the video, I think. And that's supposed to attach to this. You managed to get it relatively safe without it, yeah?
Yeah, it's relatively safe. No recoil.
Yeah. But so if I remember right, like these positions are because there's a seat shaker underneath,
Yes.
correct? Yes. So the seat shaker is directly underneath there.
Oh, right now.
Yeah, so you can feel it right now. This blows air, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, so that blows air down on your face for like, what's it called?
Like there will be a helicopter.
I mean, you get like when you're inside this box, it's not fully enclosed, but you can kind of feel that reverb from the sub, and that's part of the experience. And while the smaller version without the enclosure would probably be easier for us to bring out, this one's just really cool. So whenever we do bigger shows, or we can get shows that are, you know, more interested in like a bigger experience, these are great.
Aim for the chandelier. This is total chaos.
And yeah, like we mentioned, the voice acting is still just as cheesy now. Well, I mean, it's better, but it remains aware. Well, I'm glad it all seems to have worked out real, like everything seems to be working, because like this game is a great experience for people to play.
There was a line for this.
Oh yeah, there was a line for it. People loved it. And we had to reiterate to them the effect that this game takes up maybe like 6 to 8 other games worth of space in the truck, but it's worth it for a show like this. And I hope hopefully after this they'll understand. Are they giving you some puffs up there?
3 years ago.
Yeah. So I guess actually, in a sec here, let's go into test menu and see what that. Last thing, I really want to see what that button does, because it's not a button, but I wonder if it's just a light.
This place isn't going to last long.
This place isn't going to last long. Yeah, I can even feel that on my arm. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, so you can. Oh, yeah, you can feel the helicopter. So you can feel the helicopter above you. All right, go ahead, open that up. Go into test menu. Let's just check that for just for one last thing. Okay. So I think this stuff back there was the only things that we didn't really test in test menu. And yeah, all the wiring is up there. There's only a small one going down below, I think, for the sub.
There we go. What else do you need?
Input test. It's input or output test, one of those.
Should be input.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. We were commenting that it's on input, but there's no... Okay, so what was it? Rear cover eye. Let's see here. Oh, no, okay. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, no, that doesn't do anything. That's weird that's there. I don't know why that doesn't do anything, so.
It is not grayed out, so.
Yeah, I know, that's weird. Yeah, we had noticed that earlier. A couple things get grayed out if they're not. I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's all we really got for House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn. Like I said, show just wrapped up, so everyone's already tearing down. We should probably go ahead and get back into helping out with that. I just wanted to finish this up while we have it set up, because it may not be until, God, maybe not even until Level Up next year, who knows? So anyway, there's our little breakdown of House of the Dead Scarlet Dawn. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll look forward to seeing you in another video. Take care and stay safe, and see you next time.